This is one question which everybody asks me, and I'm sure everybody is asking everyone else. How can I reduce weight? First of all, let me tell you, it's not easy to lose weight. But then, can you do it? Of course you can do it. Another problem is, after you've lost the weight, can you sustain it? Not too many people are able to do that. The first thing and the most important thing that you must do or you must have is willpower and motivation. It's not this diet versus that diet, this exercise versus that exercise. Is it gym or is it treadmill? Is it walking or is it running or is it swimming? You can achieve it by anything. But you must be focused on it. You must have the willpower and you must continue to want to do that. If you decide that you're going to lose weight, you will definitely lose weight. Now let me tell you one or two formulae. Why it is so difficult to lose weight? If you want to lose 1 kilo, yes, just 1 kilo in weight, you know how many calories you have to spend? 8,000. Yes, you heard it right. 8,000 calories if you spend, you will lose 1 kilo in weight. So how can you lose 8,000 calories? You can split it down. You don't have to think of 8,000 as a number. Just think of how to split it down. Now let's say you want to lose 1 kilo in 20 days. Then 400 calories have to be spent every day. In addition to what you're doing now, if you want to achieve that weight loss of 1 kilogram in 20 days, 40 into 20, okay? You get that number. Now, how do you lose that 400 calories? You can do it in two ways. One is you can cut down on your diet. Let us say you cut down 200 calories in your diet. And you're burning 200 calories by increasing your exercise by 200 calories. So 200 plus 100, 400 into 20, you will lose your 8,000 calories, you will lose very soon. Okay? Now, suppose you're doing more than that. Okay, you start doing a lot of exercise. You're going to spend 800 calories in a day. Plus, you're going to also cut down your calories quite significantly by about 800 calories. Then obviously, you will lose weight much faster. You do the maths in how many days you can lose 1 kilo. Why I'm telling you all this is, I sometimes find people advertising on social media and everyone else. You just take one leaf for 1 week and you can reverse your diabetes. You can lose 15 kilos in weight. How is it possible? It's not possible. I know that including abroad, in some of the well-developed countries as well, when you go to these weight-reducing clinics, they give you diuretics, which will make you lose a lot of water. Remember, 70% of our body is made up of water. So if you get rid of water, you can lose 1 kilo in 1 day's time. Otherwise, it is not possible. How can you get rid of 8,000 calories in 1 day? You tell me, is it possible? Whatever you do, you're taking only 2,000 calories or 1,500 calories. And how many calories you're going to burn? 6,000 calories you're going to burn. So it is not possible to lose weight in a hurry. And if you do that, it's very destabilizing for the body. It will probably have a lot of bad effects on you, and probably your immunity will go down, and you'll probably end up, in a very bad health compared to even when you had more weight. So, slow and steady is the mantra. Start a program which you can sustain not for 1 month, 2 months, but let's say for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Think of it in months and years rather than in days and weeks. What happens is people take the shortcut to losing weight. They think, let me just eliminate my breakfast, then I'll lose weight. Now they'll eliminate their breakfast, and after a week when they stand on that weighing machine, they'll find they actually gain 1 kg. And they'll say, look at, I've even cut off my breakfast, my favorite breakfast I've cut off, and then I've gained weight. So I'm going to give up on efforts on losing weight, and this is not going to work for me. Don't expect results for at least 4, 8, 12 weeks after you start any weight reduction program. When you start any special diet, don't try any of these crazy diets which make it completely unbalanced. Like, for example, a keto diet where you go to 0 carbohydrate, 80% fat diet. It can be deleterious in the long run. There are at least 200 different varieties of diet which they tell you this works and that works. The very fact that you have so many diets tells you that none of them work. So the best thing is plan an overall reduction in your calories. If you're somebody who takes a heavy breakfast, take a breakfast, but take half of that, fill it up with items which are very low in calories. You can have plenty of buttermilk, you can have lime juice, you can have salads. Fill up all that. You can have curd. There are many things or buttermilk. These things you can take which will help to fill up your stomach. A lot of vegetables. You cannot go wrong with good vegetables. A nice, vegetables in the morning, afternoon, night. They'll give you all the nutrition you need, all the vitamins you need, minerals you need, and they keep up your immunity as well when you're cutting down on the other items in your food. Whichever food you take, whether it's carbohydrate or fat, they all contain calories. It's not that carbohydrate alone contains calories. Fat, in fact, 1 gram has 9 calories, whereas protein and carbohydrate, 1 gram is only 4 calories. So it's just that we take too much of carbohydrate. So we cut down the carbohydrate, cut off all the unnecessary fat and take only the healthy fat, include a lot of fruits and vegetables in your diet, drink plenty of water and fluids so you keep yourself hydrated well, and then you start your exercise program. One of the easy ways in which you can see how much exercise you have done is the step counting. You can use that using your phone, using your pedometer, accelerometer, or any other instrument that you use. A simple smartphone, whichever, whether it's an Android phone, an Apple phone, or whichever phone you're using, will have these apps which will help you to count the number of steps that you did. Now, maybe on a sedentary day, a person does only 2,000 steps. There's no way that person is going to lose weight. In fact, they'll keep on gaining weight. So first set, let's say, a reasonable target. Let's say you set 7,000 steps. That should be easy to do. You go for a morning walk, you'll get, per se, 45 minutes or up to 1 hour. You may get 5,000 to even 6,000 or 7,000 steps in that morning walk itself. And then rest of the day, try to keep on walking whenever you can. Don't keep on sitting. Every hour, get up and walk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. This way, you'll start adding to the steps. Once you've comfortably reached that 7,000 steps, now we can increase it to 10,000 steps. Very easily doable. 10,000 steps shouldn't be difficult for somebody who's very conscious. And then, for the weight reduction part, 10,000 steps may not be enough in a day. Then set 15,000 as a target. You can then go to 20,000 steps. I know people who do 25,000 steps and even 30,000 steps in a day. Looks impossible, but from experience, I can tell you, I have done it. So it is not enough. Do I do 30,000 steps every day? Certainly not. I just don't have the time for it. But I see that at least I get between 10 to 15,000 steps every day. And on some days, when I feel more energetic and I have more time, I may do even 20,000 steps in a day. But there are people who are able to do 25,000 steps every day, and some I know who do even up to 30,000 steps per day. They have lost a lot of weight in the process, and they're consistently able to keep that. So step counting is one simple method in which you can do that. The other way in which you can reduce your weight is to choose an exercise that you like. It can be dancing, which is a form of high intensity exercise, or it can be swimming, or it can be tennis, it can be jogging, it can be on the treadmill, whatever you like. But be consistent with it. Try to do it at the same time. If you're really very conscious about losing weight and very motivated to do it, even twice a day, you can do the exercise. Avoid unnecessary snacking. That's the one which adds calories. Before you realize it, that dessert, that plum cake, or something else that you've taken, or the ice cream, or some other very high calorie dessert will give you 1,000 calories. And all that you have done during the day, you'll completely lose by that one. Maybe once a week, you can have a cheat day so that you won't feel starved or you won't feel deprived, you won't get depressed saying, oh, I've not taken this at all. So once a week, keep a little cheat day. But 6 days a week, you follow your diet very strictly, and then all the time focus on that exercise. Let it be consistent. Keep on, don't compare with others. You compare with yourself and say, where were you some time back and where are you now? I know people who have said, I could not run at all. I used to run for 2 minutes and then I'd start panting. Then I made it 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Today I'm able to run half marathon. I'm able to run marathon. How did it happen? because you've built up your stamina, you've built up your energy, and in the process, you become very healthy, you've lost weight, and you've probably reversed not only diabetes, but also blood pressure, cholesterol, and many other things. So please be active. Weight reduction in those who are overweight is very, very good, but be sensible about it. Don't set yourself a target which is too high, which you cannot achieve. And above all, it must be sustainable. So wish you all the very best in your attempts to lose